Welcome to They Think It's All Over. Helping out David this week is a comedian who began his career as a singing Tarsnogram, which was the last time he ever swung both ways. Julian Clary. David's other guest is a comedian who held his school record for being caned. In fact, this is the first time he's been able to sit down since 1978. Jeff Green.
Number 17.
With Gary and Rory as Channel 5's voice of football, who was initially best known for his radio commentaries until he joined Channel 5. Since when he's been best known for his radio commentaries. Jonathan Pearce. Now, it's the last show before Christmas and David Gower is 4-1 up with one to play. Although, judging by the way England's cricket team has been collapsing, Gary Lineker is still favourite to take the series. We begin proceedings by highlighting a pair of plodding performances and the even more plodding excuses used to explain them away. Gary, Rory and Jonathan. In January, Newcastle were drawn to play away at Stevenage Borough in the FA Cup 4th round and came away with a fine 1-1 draw.
Stevenage. Whoa! Stevenage are back in it.
Now, of course, the Premiership team would have nailed the arses of the non-league side had it not been for one telling factor. What, according to then manager Kenny Dalglish, was the real reason that Newcastle failed to win? Gary's team.
I remember this fixture. I think things got fairly ugly later on. Beardsley came on as substitute.
Was it, had the players been out the previous night with the Newcastle Board of Directors? A brothel, perhaps?
No. Is there a brothel in Stevenage?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Apparently.
Was there a problem with the Stevenage ground? Did it contain 11 better footballers?
That's certainly true, but it's the excuse we're looking for, not the real reason.
And it's excuse given by Kenny Dalglish. Yeah. I remember his exact words, which are, well, it's getting funny, that's really maybe anyway. And I think that's as true today as it was then.
Absolutely perfect, but we need the translation to get the points.
Actually, I think we need it with a proper commentary. How about that? Can we see it again with a proper Jonathan Pearce commentary? Yeah. Is that possible? Do we want to see that, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah!
It's Stevenage on the attack. Oh, it's in! And the high flyers for Newcastle are 1-0 down. The Masters at half-mast. Is this the end of Stevenage? No! It's howling, growling Grazioli!
Yeah. That was very true to life, Jonathan, because the first goal was disallowed and you gave it. So.
I agree with him. But you know the answer, don't you, Jonathan?
Well, I think, was it afterwards, Kenny Dalglish said something like, we were beaten because the ball bounced too much. It was too bouncy, the ball. It wasn't a Premiership ball, it was a non-league ball or something.
The bouncy
ball.
It's a tennis ball.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 points for that. And here's Stevenage manager Paul Fairclough to tell the story.
Kenny claimed that the balls were too bouncy. In fact, they were bouncy balls, which is a great shame because I know at one stage Kenny did endorse these footballs.
So, Kenny Dalglish reckoned the match ball was too bouncy. That's the Spalding 2000's top flight Kenny Dalglish ball. Newcastle playing that during the run-up to the match, Dalglish banned them from doing two things, having sex and DIY. Although in Rory's case, that's just one thing.
It's true, I've just built an extension.
Controversial Newcastle directors Douglas Hall and Freddie Shepherd resumed control of the club this week, just 9 months after the disastrous trip to a brothel, which ended up costing them £6.7 million. That's for 2 shags, 1 massage and John Dahl Thomason. David, Julian and Jeff, your excuse involves that lantern-jawed Formula 1 speed merchant David Coulthard. In 1995, Coulthard was strolling to victory in the British Grand Prix at Silverstone when he was officially penalised for breaking the rules and ultimately finished 3rd. So, David's team, what did he do wrong and what was his excuse?
Coulthard, he's the...
Coulthard?
Coulthard, sorry. He's the one that looks like Buzz Lightyear with a pole up his arse, doesn't he?
I think he was cruising around Then all of a sudden, he was shunted up the rear. And then, all of another sudden, someone was lapping him.
You couldn't concentrate. No. Well, you wouldn't be able to, would you? How can you? In a perfect world, that'd be true, but no, it's not true.
Am I warm?
I don't know, you tell me.
I'm moist.
I'm in deep shit then.
Not yet.
You know who I am, do you?
I've heard.
You know I back for the other side.
Seriously, at times like this, we'd actually take anyone to bat for us, don't worry.
Julian, are you gay?
No, he's Australian.
I actually think we only watch Formula 1 for the crashes, don't we? I mean, otherwise it's really tedious. I think they should have a load of banana skins on the first bend, and then one of those Scalextrics crossovers in the middle. I like the fact that you asked an ex-footballer and a football commentator a question on football, and we get a f***ing question on Formula 1. Is it to do with drugs?
No.
Oh, well, I think it is.
Okay.
Didn't he exceed the speed limit on the pit lane?
He may have done.
And he got a penalty?
He did. What's that got to do with drugs, though?
Speed used to be a drug in my day.
Oh, I see.
Keep up, mate. It's your show. Yeah, that's what I suspect. And he had an electrical fault or something. He said, and his excuse was
It's to do with minicabs. I should give you that clue.
Minicabs?
Oh, well, I'm way off.
No, you were nearly there. No, you were there. Well, I'm going to give it to you anyway. I'll give you 3 points for that, yeah. We caught up with David Coulthard, something Damon Hill's never managed to do, at the McLaren Testing Centre in Barcelona.
I was getting towards the end of the pit lane at Silverstone when my radio crackled, and it was a taxi company from Toaster telling me to do a 2:30 pickup. Finger slipped off the button, I was speeding in the pit lane, got a 10-second penalty and ended up finishing third. Excuse me. Got to go. Get away! Go on!
Well, it wasn't surprising that Coulthard failed to win the race. As soon as he got the call from the cab firm, he started taking the long route round Silverstone. David Coulthard learned to drive at his dad's lorry firm, but old habits die hard, and in his first season he lost a race when he pulled into the pit lane for a full English breakfast. In 1997, for a bet, Coulthard dyed his hair silver after winning in Australia. Of course, David, you never won in Australia, so what's your excuse? Incidentally, while our film crew was in Barcelona, they had a few hours to kill, so they thought they'd put to the test the notion that the city's favourite adopted son, Gary Lineker, is still a football legend in the Catalan capital.
Lineker? Gary Lineker?
I don't have any idea.
He's maybe a pop singer or something like that?
Michael Owen o David Beckham, pero Gary Lineker no me suena.
Además, con esta cara que tiene, parece, yo qué sé, parece Bimbo.
And the same thing happened in Leicester. And so, at the end of that round, Gary's team have 3 points and David's team have 3 points.
Oh, wonderful.
In what way do you look like Dumbo? Have they seen you naked or something?
Happy Christmas. Our next round is author-author, which demonstrates not only that sportsmen make plenty of mistakes, but that writing their autobiographies is probably the worst. Gary's team, who committed this to print?
I traipsed into the changing room, totally shattered, and grabbed the first beaker I saw. I took a long swig, and for the next 10 seconds I couldn't breathe. It was a very large, barely diluted vodka and orange. As I was struggling to catch my breath, the manager walked in. "I think I've just drunk your drink, boss," I gasped. "My drink?" he said. "What do you mean, my drink? It's not mine." "No, boss," I thought. "Of course it's not. The man who comes in to fill up the baths always brings a quadruple vodka and orange with him."
So, Gary's team?
Could have been anyone at Middlesbrough, couldn't it?
They've got Rickards, they've got Becks, and they've got Gordons.
That's true. And they're going to sign someone called Lager Tops, apparently.
Jazza, he wouldn't have had the orange, would he? Just have the vodka.
Well, it involves the boss, doesn't it? I think that's the clue in there.
I should think it would be
Any manager's
something to do
famous
with
for drink Clough, you reckon?
Yeah, I should think it'd be something to do with Cloughie. Stuart Pearce?
Teddy's just in a book. Teddy Sheringham.
Yes, indeed, that was Teddy Sheringham. Well done. That was from Teddy Sheringham's autobiography, My Autobiography, describing an occasion at Nottingham Forest in 1991 when he helped himself to Brian Clough's traditional half-time orange and quadruple vodka. Teddy Sheringham once described George Graham's management style as do it my way or you ain't going to be playing, as opposed to Alex Ferguson's management style, which is you ain't going to be playing. David C., who do you suppose wrote this?
We had to go into the dressing room, squat down, and with the help of some KY jelly, stick a gadget up our backsides and leave it there, while we went back to the nets for more batting and bowling. There was no way I was going to do that. Instead, when no one was looking, I duck into a toilet and tape the gadget inside my shorts.
So, David's team, any ideas?
It's a coincidence, is it, that we've got this? I had no idea cricket was so exciting. And you say this goes on for 5 days.
Not in England's case. Sometimes.
Well, a gadget, what's a gadget? Does it have whiskers?
I went to a comprehensive. We couldn't afford KY jelly. We had to use that stuff you got in the middle of pork pies. Thank you.
What a lovely thought.
Thank you.
I suspect it wasn't W.G. Grace, though.
No.
He had all sorts of brothers with 2 initials, but none of them were called KY as far as I know.
The Grace Brothers.
That's right, they started a department store, didn't they?
That's a bit of camp comedy. You may not
Is
be
it?
familiar with.
Good.
So this...
I'll make a note. Just keep me informed.
I'd much rather be on your team.
Julian.
And I've never... It's interesting.
Why? Your mate here is perfectly moist. Why do you want him?
Well, I've never seen him face to face before.
All I can say is things have changed since I was playing. In those days, it was just the umpire put a finger up.
Very good.
Sometimes they put 2 arms up, don't they?
Can I just ask, this is some cricketer, one assumes, who's actually bragging the fact that he didn't... Well, he basically was defending his crease.
Yes.
Wasn't he? Yeah.
We've got to go overseas. We've got to go sort of a bit further.
I think everyone would be happy if you went overseas, David.
Perhaps he's Australian.
Actually, the only
hand it
sort of...
across.
Hang on.
You can't think of any Australian cricketers. He was never out there long enough.
It does strike me sort of like a Warnism. It's a Shane Warne type reaction.
Absolutely correct for 3 points. That was Shane Warne. From his autobiography, My Own Story, describing a hot day during his time at the Australian Cricket Academy. The gadgets up the backside were apparently designed to indicate how much body fluid had been lost, although Murph Hughes is still wearing his to this day. Shane Warne, along with 2 other players, has alleged that the Pakistan captain, Salim Malik, offered him £125,000 to play badly. David, the moat, the castle, the acres of rolling parkland, suddenly it all falls into place.
What took you so long?
And so at the end of that round, David's team have 6 points and Gary's team have 6 points. We crack on with our photo opportunities round, where we look at some of the compromising positions sports people put themselves into just to get their pictures in the paper. Gary's team, what can have persuaded the world's finest rowers, Redgrave and Pinsent, to have agreed to this?
I remember this. This is when they were extras in an elephant porno movie. We've all done that, haven't we, I think?
Again, starring Jumbo Cummings, of course.
Something to do with shaving? Shaving foam? Are they shaving something? Fatima Whitbread, maybe?
This is a Noel's house party stunt. Is this when Noel Edmonds' ego exploded?
I'd say they're selling something. Selling something like foam or washing up liquid, something like that.
Would you like to go for which one?
Are we allowed to mention brand names on this programme?
Yes, as long as they're not that one.
What?
I never ever mention anymore on this show. Fairy liquid?
Fairy liquid, yes, in fact. Redgrave and Pinsent were taking part in the Fairy Challenge, which I hasten to add is a promotion for a certain brand of washing up liquid. Stephen Redgrave overcame dyslexia to become one of Britain's finest ever sportsmen. His greatest moment came when he was awarded the BSE by the Quorn. Matthew Pinsent first got into serious rowing when he left school. In fact, he delayed his education for 3 years by going to Oxford University and rowing. David Steen, what do you think inspired Manchester United's Paul Scholes and Ryan Giggs to take part in this touching scene?
That Danny Bear looks rough, doesn't she?
That's a makeup on, yeah.
Is this the posh part of Manchester?
Was this when the earthquake hit the Village People auditions? I'm not sure.
I think that bulge under the duvet there is semen.
Possibly.
No, it can't be. It can't be. It's a Man City bedspread. It's 100% down.
Did they ask for a hotel room with Sky?
It's not a good picture of my Ryan, is it?
No. You're Ryan.
Doesn't look good in gingham.
Has it got something to do with this? Because I know we're faffing around. 'Cause this quality, these two quality signs there.
Quality is
It's a hotel, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, they're building a hotel.
Who are?
Well, of Manchester United.
Absolutely right, yeah, for 3 points. In fact, Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes were advertising the forthcoming opening of the Manchester United Quality Hotel. Checkout time is 12, but if you still haven't scored, you get an extra 10 minutes. All the features of the hotel are named after Man United players. There's the David Beckham suite, the Andy Cole brasserie, and outside the front door, the Teddy Sheringham bench. And so... At the end of that round, David's team has 9 points and Gary's team has 9 points. It's time now for our pro-celebrity groping round as we play Feel the Sportsman. David and Julian, if you could move up the front, taking your blindfolds with you, please. What?
Look, David.
A lot of nervous laughter out now.
Ready?
Well, I'm going to wait for you.
I think you might be safe.
Okay.
Yes.
And can we have our first mystery guest, please? And your 90 seconds start now.
What say? That's
Julian,
not
just-
Givenchy Perron. What?
What have you found so far?
Well, a bit of midriff bulge. I think they're wearing...
Yeah.
They're wearing skirts.
Sorry?
What's up there? There's no protection.
If anyone's looking for gadgets, can you do it? Oh,
Oh, they're all wearing
Can't
skirts.
see where I'm going.
There might be a clue over to your left.
Well, there's a lot of hairy arms and skirts. Is Betty Stover still playing tennis? What's... Hang on.
Well, none of them are...
How many have you got?
Julian, there's a bit of equipment to your left.
To my left. You're telling me.
Keep going.
What, beyond this person?
No more. Okay,
Oh, hang on.
So, oh, careful.
Is a pole, David. It's some kind
There was a
of
sort of basketball type thing.
basketball is involved.
Sort of, well, they're wearing skirts. It's a bit worrying because it could be netball, but...
Yes, could be.
It could be, but...
Need the full size of the team.
But they're fellas. Is it the England's sort of almost men's type netball team? Or
Absolutely correct. I think that's close enough.
Honestly, I wouldn't say anything.
Hello. I haven't seen you there. Thank you, gentlemen. Right then, Gary and Rory, if you'd like to take your positions, please. Thank you.
I heard your commentary the other day, Jonathan. I didn't even have my radio on.
And can we have our second mystery guest, please?
Julian?
Okay. And your 90 seconds start now.
What have you got? I don't know. Something furry. Christ.
Blimey. A man.
There's an animal here.
I've got a man and an animal. Is it Richard and Judy? What's that?
We've got an animal.
Yeah. What sort of animal?
Someone with a cape. It's not Batman and Dobbin, is it?
Excuse me.
Very good.
Is it the Pearly King?
No. Gary, I've got the horn.
Because Julian's behind you.
It's a cow. It's a cow. What sport involves cows?
Sailing?
Very good. What do you think then? A cow and a bloke?
Pantomime.
Actually, it could be
Frank
a bull.
Bruno?
Could be a bull.
Is it? Matador?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yes, it was in fact Frank Evans, Britain's top matador.
We had it.
What about the name of the ball?
Well, I'd be a matador if all the bulls looked like that.
Okay, so at the end of that round, David's team have 12 points and Gary's team have 12 points. We end as usual with our ball-endorsing, vodka-quaffing name game, and this week it's our team game, in which every name is a real name of a genuine sports team from somewhere around the world. We're going to have David's team to go first, so Julian, you'll be doing the clues.
The name of the team?
Yes.
Start.
Okay, and your 90 seconds start now.
This country that we live in.
England.
England, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, is that it?
Homosexuals recreation area. A Scottish team. Homosexual, a word for homosexual.
Well, I don't want to be insulting, to be honest. Queen. Yes.
Recreation area.
Queen's Park.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A type of bicycle. This is
A tricycle?
no, a make of
tandem?
bicycle.
Oh, rally?
Yes, and a type of fruit that is suggestive.
Rally mango?
Rally banana?
Yes.
Oh, rally banana.
They play at the cottage.
Fulham. Don't you all?
A make of underpants that's not Calvin Klein.
Where from?
A jockey?
Yes.
Jockey shorts.
And what happens when a woman's pregnant? She's in the...
In the club? Up the door?
Jockey club.
So, jockey club.
Okay. These are quite straightforward, aren't they?
They were.
Okay, 2 words the first syllable is like the thing that's just been on that animal.
Cow.
Yes.
Oh.
And the second one is someone who's mad.
Cow, crazy.
To do with the moon.
Lunatic.
Cow.
Cow Luna.
And the second word is what's a banana?
What's a banana?
Fruit. An orange. Yes.
Cow Luna fruit.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, Lily Savage is an artiste of what caliber?
Very good quality.
Without dispute.
OK, so that means you've moved on to 18, which means you need 6 to draw level, 7 to win. OK?
Yep.
And your 90 seconds start now.
England's favourite football team.
Manchester United.
Correct. The first letters of the alphabet.
A, B...
Brilliant, Gary.
Football, Ethan.
This is Cambridge's reserve rowing crew.
Oh, Goldie.
Very good. This is a song by Elton John, a city in Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia Freedom.
Ah, fantastic. This is a euphemism for a word meaning sexual intercourse. Into the same letter, and it's a corruption of fingering, actually. Finger. It's true. It's true. A linguistic nugget there for you. It's,
Stephen Redgrave might have spelt fridge.
Yeah, that's very good. What do you do, Greg? Very lovely, thank you. Used to smell. Used to smell.
We'll get 7.
Smell.
Smell, very good. This is where the Lord Mayor lives in a city.
Mansion House.
No, smaller city than that, you know.
Town Hall.
Yeah, and it's what scriptwriters write.
Rubbish.
Rubbish! No! Literally, what do they write?
Script.
Correct. This are the most intelligent marine mammals.
Whales.
Oh, dolphin. Dolphin. You can't have whales and intelligent in the same sentence, can you? Oh, where are we at?
So you moved on to 20, which means this week's winners are Gary's team, but the series winner 4-2 is David's team. We'll be back with special shows on Christmas Day and New Year's Eve, so it's thanks to David, Julian and Jeff, Gary, Rory and Jonathan, and we're all off to enter the Fairy Challenge. My name's Nick Hancock. They think it's all over. It is now.
And the boys will be back for a special Christmas showing of They Think It's All Over on Christmas